Well, hey friends, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to find freedom in both their life and in their business. I own a multi-7-figure-a-year coaching business. I'm also a certified life coach. So I have the honor of helping thousands of women every single month make money in the online space and help them to get unstuck from whatever is holding them back, all without sacrificing their faith or their family. In this show, you're going to get the very best life and business advice, always with a healthy dose of Jesus. So buckle in, my friend. I'm so excited that you are here. Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the podcast. We're going to talk today about some objections that you might be having about becoming a coach, coaching in any particular arena. And I want to chat with you today about the top 2 objections I'm getting, what people are telling me in terms of why they can't coach. I'm going to talk to you about those today. First, though, I want to let you know this episode is brought to you by Good Ranchers. You can go to goodranchers.com and use the code GEN20 to get $20 off your first order of American meat delivered right to your door. So goodranchers.com, use the code GEN20 for $20 off. All right. So listen, you guys have heard me talking a lot recently about coaching. And the reason that I'm knee deep in the coaching conversation is because 1, I'm so passionate about it. This is what I do all day, every day. And 2, it's a growing industry that so many people are wondering if they should or could become a part of. This industry is expected to make $20 billion with a B, $20 billion with a B in America in the year 2023. It's expected to go to $40 billion in the next 3 years. And yet I have people who have some objections. We've got my coaching for profit workshop going on right now. And so there's lots of coaching talk that is in there, but there's 2 main objections that I'm seeing from people inside of that group and then people in my DM. So I want to talk about those real quick. Okay. The main objection to coaching is I just don't know where to start. And this is a really simple one to overcome because the truth is nobody knows where to start when they start. How would you know how to do something you don't know how to do? I want you to think right now, if you have children, back to when your children began to walk. You didn't expect them to know how to walk because they'd never walked before, right? Like we don't look at our kids and be like, good grief, Noah, I cannot believe that you just fell down 10 times trying to walk across the kitchen floor. Like, no, you understand innately that your children are learning, right? Your kids are learning. They're going to fall down a few times and then eventually they're going to get the hang of it. And they're not only going to be walking, but they're going to be running. I think sometimes we need to use that same grace with ourselves. We think that we should know how to start when we haven't actually started. So like give yourself that same grace. I'm going to give you 4 little easy steps here though. Okay. Number 1, pick obviously an area that you know about if you're going to be coaching, an area that you have favor in. An area where you're already like an insider, you know, this is your arena. You know what you're talking about. I want you to think about like, where has God graced you? What has he given you a gifting for? What is your story? What are the things of your story that you know that God is wanting you to use to help others? Like start there. Step number 2, then you're going to need to start talking about that industry, that area, that niche on social media. You're going to have to start like sharing what you know. You're going to have to start sharing your story. Now, if you're like, you know what, I just do not want to do social media. Well, it's going to be a little hard then for you to grow a coaching business unless you're A, willing to spend a ton of money on Facebook ads, or B, it's going to be strictly, you're going to get clients by word of mouth, which you can do. The counselor that I go to, she's not on social media. It's word of mouth, but it's word of mouth because she's already established. And in the beginning, you've got to get established. So step number 3 is when people start asking you about that area of expertise or your story or your knowledge, and they're asking you if they can pick your brain, start offering them coaching sessions. Hey, I would love to meet with you for an hour. And by the way, I would do the first couple for free. And then I would start charging some people. And once you have like 3 to 5 coaching clients, then you could start look at doing like a group. So you don't have to do them all one-on-one. So that's the first objection. You don't know how to start. And I just gave you 4 tips for starting. The second objection is for the women who have already been doing coaching for free. And now you're like, and now I want to make money off of it. What do I do? For those of you that is the case, I want you to, first of all, stop feeling guilty about wanting to charge. The Bible literally says a man is worth his wages. It means when we work, we should get paid. And coaching, in case you don't know, is work. Listen, it's probably a lot more work than what you think it is. You're going to have to coach yourself before you can ever coach other people. You've got to set appointments up. You've got to send recordings out to them, all the things. So don't feel bad about charging. And especially I want to talk to those of you who, like myself, you're sweet Christian women. So you feel extra bad about charging because you just want to help people. Listen, first of all, helping people should just be something that we do because we're decent humans. All right. So I'm not talking about that. There's a difference between when you want to start coaching, when you want to just be helping. I want you to remember that doctors charge, attorneys charge, electricians charge. People that come in and fix your overflowing toilet, they are charging. Like, so few people work for free. And yet so often, sweet, precious Christian women think that we should be coaching for free. Stop that. Hey friends, so I got to tell you, Jason and I are absolutely loving our meat deliveries from Good Ranchers. And I want to tell you all about it because I think it's such a wild world that we live in, that we literally have the ability to have amazing, healthy, fabulous meat boxes delivered directly to our door. I mean, what kind of a world do we live in, right? And so go to goodranchers.com and get subscribed today for a meat delivery. And if you subscribe and use my code, which is Jen20, that's JEN20, you do get $20 off of your subscription and you do get free bacon for a year. Okay, right now, for real, you do get Applewood smoked bacon free, not once, not twice, but in every box for a whole year. And so if you're interested at all at trying out Good Ranchers, is a really great time to do it. Don't forget to use the code Jen20 and go to goodranchers.com. The American meat delivered. Listen, you can't go to Amazon today and buy a Bible and get it for free. You're going to have to pay for it. If I want to walk into a Lifeway store today and get a Lisa Bevere Bible study or a Priscilla Schreier Bible study, guess what? I can't just walk out of the Lifeway store with it in my purse. I'm going to have to pay for it. If I want to sign up for the women's event at my church, I'm going to have to pay the entry fee. They have, bills that they have to pay. They're feeding us women. They're putting out decorations. They're giving away gifts and prizes. So there's a small minimal fee. Listen, very few things should be free. And so stop feeling so bad for wanting to charge. And how do you shift it? You just start saying, hey, here is where you can go to sign up for an hour with me. You can start with whatever price you think it should be. Maybe start with $100 for a first hour session, the first time you charge. That'll just get a couple of those. It will give you so much courage, so much confidence. And so you can literally just say, you don't have to make a big explanation or announcement or anything. When somebody comes into your DMs and they're like, gosh, could we just have coffee? I'd love to pick your brain. You know what? I don't actually do like coffee sessions, but I do have some coaching sessions. Here's a link where you could go sign up. You send them to a landing page. You've had somebody at BizAssist, which is the virtual assistant agency I own. You've gone to bizassistagency.com and you've signed up. You send them to a landing page where they pay the $100. And then you follow that up with a link for them to pick a time on your calendar. Bada boom, bada bing. I hope that those two things help right there. Like, honestly, if you have been thinking about coaching, I hope those two things right there are helpful. And I hope you know too, that if you need a lot more help to get started on coaching, I want you to go check out thebetterwayprogram.com right now. It's the Better Way 2.0 program that I have. This is where I'm helping people learn how to be coaches, learn how to consult, learn how to teach in the online space. It's at betterwayprogram.com just to get information about the course, and I'll see you there soon. Friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you come back for every episode and that you share the Jennifer Allwood Show with your friends and family. Every time I see you guys post about it on Instagram or Facebook or something, it just makes me do a little happy. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast if you never want to miss an episode. So you can go to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Spotify or any of the other podcasting places and subscribe each week so that every week you get the new episode when it releases. So just know that I love bringing you relevant content. I love bringing you great guests. And one of the ways you can help us here at Team Allwood is by leaving the podcast a review. So if you have just a second to do that, would you go over and leave a review for the Jennifer Allwood Show? Thank you again. You're amazing. I'm honored to be here. Until next week. Bye-bye.